So 49% of young adults can't afford to live out of their parents' home. So with that being said, people 18 to 30 is still home with their parents because they can't afford to live by themselves. And then if they do go out, then they come back home because they run into some kind of financial crisis, of course. And then also you have the caveat is even two young people will have a hard time because one, they just not making enough money, or two, they will both have some kind of financial situation. The government need to step in and do something because not everything is just rising even more, and it's not getting better. And with the job market, add that into um the amount of pay that these jobs is paying. It's not enough for young kids to really have like a good fight in this economy and to like be successful and well. And then we still asking them to go to college or get a trade. So you got to find a way to pay for that. Then they got to stay home. Then we talk. They upset that nobody's having children, and then they upset because people aren't outside dating or going to all these different places with what money? They don't have the money.
So 49% of young adults 18 to 30 are living at home because they can't afford to leave their house. Some have tried and ended up going back home anyway. And it's all because of the affordability crisis. Many of these young adults are saying that they can only find part time jobs because the job market is so sluggish. Others are saying they can't find work at all. And especially for those who moved out, had a full time job, got laid off, whether it be because of AI or tariffs or whatever have you, they then couldn't find another job, had to go back home. And they're saying this has been a growing trend since 2019, because back in 2019 it was 37%, 2022 it was 43%, and now it's 49%. And they're saying that it looks like it's going to continue to trend up, that more 18 to 30 year olds are going to end up not being able to move out of their homes and are going to be living with their parents. And apparently, some of them have reported that even moving in with a friend into a 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom, each with full time jobs, still could not make ends meet. They had to go back home because they just couldn't afford it. This is an unfortunate reality because I made a video yesterday talking about stagflation, that, you know, increased unemployment, stagnant wages, and no job creations can lead to an economic fallout. It can lead to a financial crisis. And here we are finding out that young people can't get full time jobs. And, you know, as we're talking about the Social Security crisis, not enough young people are working to fund Social Security. We haven't made jobs for them. The young people are competing with everybody, like older people with experience, for every single job, for the jobs that are even available that AI isn't taking. So this is a really unfortunate reality, and I'm not sure when the administration is going to make a plan to increase the number of jobs, because normally you create new programs, you Green New Deal, you do things that actually stimulate growth that were not there before. Just like way back when, after World War II, they just went crazy on infrastructure. Let's fix all our roads, let's fix our bridges. And that created job on job on job on job. And remember, it's not just the manual labor, you also need people to fill out the paperwork, answer the phones, do the payroll. So it just made job on job on job. So I don't know when this administration is going to do something about it, but that's the reality. And I'm sure if you have young adults, children of your own, you know this is happening. So that's just to keep everybody abreast of the situation. Y'all have a good day.
Looking at this map, I'm wondering how many people will think about moving to these areas. Now, what would be interesting is to see the types of jobs that there are where there are shortages, right? Because let's do a overlay of that to be able to see exactly what we're working with here, right? You don't want to move to one of those areas and where you want to live, as far as your role is concerned, it's not a whole lot happening. As a matter of fact, it might be a shortage of jobs. So I just wanted to share this with you, though, because if you are looking like, oh, where can I move to? Looks like the Midwest is popping off. Looks like up there near Canada, they've got it. South, North Dakota, honey. Now, when you get over to the Cali side, looks a little red. Looks like there is way too many of you and not too many roles. But again, do with this what you will. Okay. I'm just here. Don't kill the messenger, but this is what they're talking about. Do your own research. Okay. Okay.